Entrepreneurs are quitting and giving up on their business. Now, when people start a business or when they're posting about their business, they talk about all of the ups, but never talk about the downs. They show the results, but don't show the sleepless nights. On the real, entrepreneurship is like a roller coaster ride. Up and down, up and down, up and down. You take 2 steps forward just to take 3 back. There are always problems, and you have to be the one to fix it. It can be a lot, it can be draining. And you're actually doing more work than if you were working a 9 to 5, because you're not working from 9 to 5. No, you're working around the clock. Even when you're closed, you're still working. You got to order inventory. You got to make sure your back end and systems are right. It's a whole lot, right? If you've been in that space before, you know. It can be overwhelming at times. And we're about to get into that on this video right here, family. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe. And ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
Morning. So I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over 15 years, my entire adult life. And I just wanted to let you guys know I quit. But Atia, didn't you just launch your successful digital marketing agency a couple of months ago? And don't you make good money? Why would you quit? I'm glad you asked. The short answer is, I was tired, boss. Freedom. The longer answer is my nervous system needs it. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Not only am I working 60, sometimes 70 hours a week, my work brain is never off. I am in a constant state of, did I email that person back? Am I done with this? Who do I need to be contacting next? It never ends, day and night. And I think it is time to take a break. But Tia, what about your current clients? What are you going to do with all of them? No worries to my current clients. This is going to be an 8-week transition. I'm going to make sure all of my current clients are taken care of, and I'm going to make sure my team does any ongoing work that you need. If you've already paid me, if you've already paid a deposit, you're good. That said, the next 8 weeks are going to be a transitionary period. I'm going to be showing you guys me finishing up my current clients and transitioning into being a full-time employee. That means showing you guys what I do for my LinkedIn, showing you guys my personal website and how I'm going to be pitching myself to companies, networking events, all of that. I'm going to share and document the process.
It's one thing quitting when your business just isn't scaling or you're just not getting enough sales. You just can't get over that hurdle of being unprofitable. Now, that's one thing. Then you get through, you become successful with your business, but the workload is just too much. This is what she's discussing right here. The mental strain is draining her. It's messing with her nervous system. In so many words, she would rather let somebody else do that. She'd rather work for somebody so they can have that strain. Her, when she clock out, cool. Her work is done. See you tomorrow.
Stop being an entrepreneur altogether just to sign into somebody else's job? That doesn't scare you after all of these years? Yes. It scares the hell out of me, as a matter of fact, but that's why I need to do it. I need to get out of my comfort zone, y'all. It is time. Freedom. Pretty much all the work I do is online. All of my clients are online. I never get to meet anybody in person. I never get to network. I never get to step outside of my comfort zone because everything is in my safe little bubble. I'm popping the bubble and I'm letting you guys know so I can stick to it. Not to mention, I have a journal with over 100 things that I want to do, random shit I want to do for the plot. Like, I want to do a improv comedy show. All right. I want to learn how to play chess and then get in a chess tournament. I want to do indoor and outdoor skydiving. I want to do a TED talk. You hear me? I want to learn how to do a backflip. There's a bunch of stuff that I want to do that I literally don't have time to do because my life is consumed with client work. That's why I want to go to a 9 to 5 so I can clock in at 9, leave by 5. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying to you? You understand? Freedom. So anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know, give y'all an update on my life. Hopefully y'all follow me for the journey. I'm also going to be working out, getting fine, getting fit. This is going to be like my lifestyle. We're just going to see where Tia life goes, and y'all follow me along for the journey. But until next time, toodles my noodles.
If it works for you, great for me. Freedom. Some people would say getting out of the 9 to 5 is freedom. Others would say going back to it is freedom. I'm loving what we're living through. People can be themselves. People are realizing, look, it's not all about money. Yes, it's hard when you don't have the money. But then when you get it, you really just realize money ain't nothing. You want to be happy. You want to enjoy life. We're only young for so long. When you're just working nonstop, you don't get to enjoy the little things. She wants to skydive, learn how to play chess. You know, the simple things.
So I was on Instagram. I don't even know why I still be on Instagram for real. But this girl posted how she gave up entrepreneurship after 7 years. It looked like she owned a beauty supply store. So I'm looking at the comments, and the comments like, oh, you're not a boss. Oh, just because it didn't work out for you, don't mean you gotta put down other people. First of all, her video was not putting down other people. This is the thing about entrepreneurship that people do not get to see. Entrepreneurship is mentally, physically, and emotionally fucking draining, y'all. It is. We have ups and downs. And me as an entrepreneur, I can only speak for myself. 60% of the time, I'm sad. 20% I'm happy. 10% I'm okay, and the other 10% I just really don't know. I think those percentages add up, but the other 10% I don't be knowing. I'm like, is it gonna go good? Is it, like, what's going on? Like, is it gonna stay this way or not? Y'all, being an entrepreneur is not easy. And I'm looking at this girl post. She has a store, so she has a brick and mortar. That's one of the hardest businesses to own, is a brick and mortar with inventory. Okay, so when you're seeing these people videos and they're saying that, hey, I left entrepreneurship, number one, you can be an entrepreneur and you can work a W-2 job. I'm going to speak for myself when I say this. I have not worked for anybody in 15 years. And I told myself when I left my job that I was never going back to work. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I have not had times where I sat there and I said, you know what, I'm about to apply for jobs. Because I don't feel like figuring it out. I don't feel like hoping for the best. I don't feel like putting in 1,000,000% only to get back 1%. Like,
You got to be mentally strong to be an entrepreneur too. I did do businesses that I didn't like as well. Right? I had a clothing brand. Before the clothing thing blew up, you seen all the YNs with clothing brands making a whole lot of money off of it. I had a clothing brand. I started mine in 2019. And, I was successful with it. Had a lot of celebrities hitting me up, wanting to wear my gear, actually sending it out to them, making tens of thousands per month. I got tired of ordering inventory. I got tired of shipping out all of the orders. I'm like, okay, I got over the hurdle, like I was mentioning, not having customers. That took 90 days. Now I got customers, but I'm sick of having to do the work. And I was really saying that. I was like, I'm tired of this. And the Most High took that away from me. And I was relieved. That's the crazy part. I was relieved. When my ads manager went down, I couldn't run ads no more. And I didn't know how to rebound from that. I was actually relieved. Shipped out my last orders. I'm good. Let me try something else. Try digital products for a minute. I'm the happiest here on YouTube. So technically, I'm not a business owner. I'm an investor when it comes to trading. And I'm an independent contractor. I can honestly say I do enjoy this more than being a business owner. Also, I made my mom my 70-30 business partner. I gave her 70% of my hair growth product. And running that business was stressful too. So I get it. I understand why people give up on entrepreneurship. I really do. Especially when you don't care about money. You just want to live. You want to enjoy life. You want to have enough to pay your bills, of course. Once you get over that threshold, you just want to enjoy what you do. You don't want to do something you hate and be miserable with money.
sometimes we are overextended. Sometimes we are really mentally fucking drained and tired. So when you see an entrepreneur saying that they went back to their 9 to 5, don't look at it as them downplaying being an entrepreneur. They're telling you what the reality of it is. When you work a 9 to 5, like, we know that people can be laid off. We know that nothing is sure, right? But realistically, reality or whatever, I know I'm gonna get paid on the 1st and 15th. I have peace of mind. Or whatever. If I know that no matter what effort I put in, I get paid on the 1st and the 15th, no matter what I do. I just gotta show up. That's peace of mind, y'all. It's like, sometimes I do want to just show up, be given a list of shit to do and get that shit done, and know on Friday I get paid. Sometimes I don't want to have to figure it out. But that's just me speaking for myself, because I know a lot of y'all can go in here and fake like, oh, I don't never feel like that. I don't never. No, if you a true business owner, if you are a true entrepreneur, we have our ups and downs, and we have our moments where we be like, look, like, getting a W-2 don't sound too bad right now.
Entrepreneurship sound good until it's been 2 years and you haven't made no money for real. You spent all the money you made on inventory. You actually in the hole and in credit card debt. It sound good until you haven't been paid last week. You're not about to get paid this week. You don't know when that next check coming. Then when you do get a good amount of money, your ads start messing up. Now you got to re-optimize your ads. Oh, now you're not profitable on your ads. Oh, now this problem came. And you got to find somebody to fix that for you. It's all good until everything started collapsing. And you don't know what step to make next. You don't know where to go. See, these are the things they don't talk about when they tell you become an entrepreneur. They don't talk about none of this. I'm here to talk about it. And then you still got to have hope. And if you got a team, you still have to pay them, even though you're not profitable right now. And you still have to show up for them and motivate them, even though you're not motivated yourself. All my business owners, talk to me in the comments. I know I'm speaking y'all language.
So I decided to close my spa suites. As a solo esthetician, I am no longer accepting clients in my treatment room, and I decided to go back into corporate America. So the reason why I decided to leave and go back into corporate America is honestly the money. The money that you can make in corporate America is more than what you can make as a solo esthetician. Now, granted, there are ways that you can make 6 figures as a solo esthetician, but it takes a lot of dedication, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of sacrifice. It's just a lot. And if you are a solo esthetician, you understand how expensive this business is. I feel like within the beauty industry, aesthetics is probably the most expensive business because of just the products are so expensive. Back bar, even like me, I had a suite in New York City in Manhattan, like even paying for my suite monthly was so expensive, and it just honestly became a bit stressful for me. And then like you also have to like take into consideration, like, you know, if you have clients that cancel or reschedule, you know, you're not going to get paid for, you know, that particular time slot. So you have to always like go in with the mindset of like, okay, like there's a possibility that even though I have maybe 30 clients booked this month, the month is not over yet, a few people can cancel, you know, like it was like getting to a point where I was just kind of like, okay, you know, it just kind of like got a little frustrating for me. Another thing too, like I come from a corporate America background. So before I started my business, I was at a hedge fund. I was an administrative assistant there, and I was with a very phenomenal company. It was a multi-billion-dollar company. So I had a really amazing salary, especially for my age. I think by the time I quit, I think I was 28, 29. But even like, you know, when I started off up until that time, like I was getting bonuses every year. I was getting raises every year. I didn't have to pay for my insurance, guys. I had premium dental, medical, vision. We got discounts on MTA. Like the perks that I had at that job was amazing. And I just remember like the lifestyle that I had when I was back at the hedge fund. It's so crazy because even though I was kind of miserable in corporate, as far as like my personal lifestyle, I felt like it was more enjoyable and I was more at peace because of the money that I was making. I was constantly going on vacation. I was shopping. I was kind of doing like whatever I wanted. And granted, I don't have like children and anything like that, but I was just like, when it came to finances and when it came to money, that was not a worry for me at all. When I tell you the bonuses that I got every year, freaking amazing. And if I knew what I know now, I would have definitely been a little smarter with the.
She would have been smarter with the money. She was about to say I cut her off, but she's selling that job, ain't she? Everybody probably like, yeah, sign me up. She making that job sound too good. I don't know why she quit.
Those bonuses and like invested in like stocks and stuff, but like that's not what I'm here to talk about. But anyway, like during like my time as a solo esthetician, you know, I went through so much ups and downs like with my business. Like I had moments where my business was flourishing and doing so well. Then I had moments where it went dead. And that's just like a part of having a business. Like you do have like those slow seasons and stuff. But like as far as me and like where I'm at in my life right now, I am in my 30s. Even though like I love aesthetics and I loved being a business owner and making my own schedule and having like the flexibility, what's important to me right now is money. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Having money is so important to me, and I know for me, having consistent money just makes me really happy. And another thing too, just because you have your own business, your own solo esthetician business, doesn't mean that you're making so much money. I can make more money as an executive assistant supporting a senior person, more money than an esthetician, because I don't know if y'all are familiar with corporate America, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are. You can make well over 150K in New York, in New York as an executive assistant. And then you're getting PTO, and then you have premium insurance, then you're getting a 401k, then you can invest your 401k into the stocks. Yeah, I was like, when I was like literally weighing out my pros and cons, I was like, yeah, yep. And I think also too, like back when I was in corporate, I was super duper young and I was kind of just like a little miserable, stressed out because like I just didn't know like where I was going. And then once I quit and started my own business, got my license and just did all of these, you know, great, amazing things with my business and just like experienced it. Now that I have experienced being my own boss and having my own business and having that flexibility and that freedom and everything, and deciding to close my business and go back into corporate, when I tell you like I'm going back into corporate with a completely different mindset. One, I'm older, I'm more mature. I know what I want now. I know how to play the game of corporate. I, you know, have the experience now, especially like even like the experience with my business. And to me, it's just like I feel like I had to do that. I had to go through leaving corporate, being my own, boss, and just experiencing that for those, years, so it can like get me here.
I get that. She had to go through it so she could have the level of understanding she got, the perception she got, the outlook that she has on that job now. Really appreciate it more, right? Because she doesn't have the demand and she didn't realize what opportunity she had, right? At such a young age, it was just normal, right? She didn't realize, okay, I'm actually in a good position. I'm pretty sure she wanted more. As a business owner, I could have more. I want more. Now you're like, wait, I got it pretty good. That's what I'm getting. She like, I got it pretty good working where I'm working. I don't need to run this business and have the stress as well as the bills because it's expensive to run a business. On paper, you might make a lot, but what that take home looking like,
Because my whole mindset about corporate is completely different. And do not knock corporate. People have this whole, just try to like, persuade people like, oh, corporate America is like bad, it's stressful, blah, blah, blah. Oh, having your own business. Listen, having your own business is more stressful to me than corporate America. And yeah, it's nice to be your own boss and like make your own schedule and stuff. But I also feel like there's so many amazing things about being in corporate America, and there's so much money that you can make in corporate America. Unless you are a nurse, like you're getting your nursing degree, or unless you have your own solo esthetician business where you actually are working with a doctor, I'm sorry, but it's very rare to make six figures. And if you are making six figures, you're working so much. You're taking like 7 clients a day. It's a lot. I like the 9 to 5 because I clock in at 9 and I clock out at 5, or depending on what the schedule is. You know what I'm saying? So I say all of that to say, yeah, it was just really about like what works for me, what works with my lifestyle. I'm still always going to be like an esthetician. I'm definitely going to continue to make content, educational content. And I'm doing this whole new thing with me basically like showing like my own skin journey and like my own treatments. And now that I'm getting that corporate money, I'm gonna start getting like these amazing, expensive, luxurious, grand treatments. So yeah, that is the reason why I decided to leave and go back into corporate. And honestly, I do not miss it, and it's crazy. But one thing about me, one thing about your girl is money motivates me a lot. And yeah, that corporate money, yeah.
One thing we kept hearing throughout this one were the talking points as specified. I'm about to name them. It's really just one main one. The making of your own schedule is not really what people thought. Because yeah, when you work for yourself, you get to make your own schedule technically, but your schedule is 24/7 grind, pretty much. As soon as you get up, you grind till you go to sleep. That's why they keep saying I'd rather work from 9 to 5. I know at 5 I'm clocking out. I don't got to think about it no more. I don't have to consume my mind with it no more until the next day. And if I got the weekends off, I don't got to think about business plans. I don't got to do anything. I don't got to do anything. Tackling issues that happened the past week. I don't have to think nothing about work when I'm not at work. Yo, family, drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Have you recently quit being a business owner, closed up shop, said, you know what, it's not for me? If so, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I would just love to hear your story. How long were you in business and why did you quit, if so? Or if you're in business right now and you're seeing this video, maybe this is motivating you to be like, you know what? I might as well quit because I'm not really feeling it like that. I just been doing it to say I'm a business owner, because some people live to impress other people. They just want to say they're doing something and they feel like people will judge them, but forget them. It don't matter what they say. It's your life. You have to be happy in this life. Appreciate y'all for watching. Peace. To my Hebrew fam, shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one.